I have to make kind of a ranty blog or whatever, but I've got lots of people messaging me and commenting me and stuff about my sexuality because apparently I haven't explained it very clearly. Um, it's actually really, really complicated, and I try to explain it to people, but there are always people who don't accept it. Lots of I get lots of comments from women who are lesbians and stuff who don't think that um, my choices are right, and then I get comments from straight people who don't think my choices are right. But as long as I'm happy with what I'm doing, it really isn't anybody else's business. But I want to explain it to everyone so that it's clear. I guess I would describe it more as pansexual, which is like bisexuality, except it's not about gender at all. I liked girls for the longest time, and then I met Caleb, and it totally didn't matter if he was a boy or a girl. I fell in love with him, and that was, that was it. I couldn't ever imagine myself with anybody else. So I knew that I liked girls. I've always liked boys, but I knew that I really, really liked girls when I was in about 7th grade, and I had a crush on a really good friend of mine, and I told my mom. I felt really bad about it, but I told my mom, and she told me it was just a phase. So then a few years later, I tried to tell her again, and again she just told me it was a phase, and that it would go away. I've told her 3 times in my life. Every time she said it was a phase. So as far as I'm concerned, I've done my part. I've told her the truth, that I like boys and girls, but I like girls a lot, and she, my family, they'll take it for what it is. If they choose to just believe it's a phase, then that's up to them, but I've done my part. I've told them the truth, and acceptance is totally up to the other person. You can't make somebody accept the fact that you're gay or bisexual or a lesbian or transgender or anything like that. You can't force someone to accept it. All you can do is tell them the truth, be honest with them, and then the rest is up to them, But then I met my first girlfriend my freshman year. I had a boyfriend, and then that was over quick. I didn't even like him, he was weird. And then I met another boy who, he wanted to be a girl someday. He kept borrowing my shoes, which was a bit odd. But he had an ex-girlfriend who was bisexual named Erin, and I really liked her. And we became friends, and then right before Christmas of my freshman year, we started going out. And we were together for like 3 years, we fought all the time. It was probably not a very healthy relationship at all, but the whole time I was also feeling extremely, extremely guilty because I'm a Jesus freak. We're not like the creepy religious, oh, my children can't ever listen to hard metal music, they can't watch this or do that or blah, blah, blah. And we're not like Lutheran, Baptist or anything. We're non-denominational Christians. We follow the Bible. We love it, and it's not like you have to obey God or he will, kill you and you'll go to hell. I obey the teachings because I want to, because it feels to me like Jesus is my best friend, and, I don't want to disappoint him. So, I never had sex with a man before marriage. Even if I wanted to, I didn't. And not because, I thought I'd be, God would smite me. It's just because I didn't want to disappoint him, Jesus. I didn't want to disappoint my parents. Just, that's how I am. Lots of people will give me crap about it, but my faith is really, really important to me. I'm not pushing it on anybody. I'm just telling you about myself. So I would always feel really, really, really guilty, whenever Aaron and I would do something the next day, or whenever. And then when I'd go to church and I would just feel awful, or even right after we do anything, I would just feel awful. And I liked her so much, and I knew I liked girls, but every time something like that would happen, I would feel so guilty. And so it was just kind of like I needed to make a choice. I needed to make a choice between my faith and my body's physical wants. And ultimately, lots and lots of people give me crap about it. They say, you should do what you want because you only live once and your happiness is what's most important, and don't let anybody else ever influence you, or be yourself. I get lots of crap that, I'm not being true to myself, I'm not being honest, or I'm not doing what's right. But in my opinion, what I did was right. I chose my faith. So I decided not to date. I know that I like girls. I like them a lot. I like boys. I like girls more, but I like them a lot. But my faith is more important to me than like my sexual wants or my, emotional desires or anything. My faith is just what's most important to me. So I do get lots of crap about that. People, why can't you do both? And some people, believe that they can do both. They can be Christian and do that and stuff. Just my personal me, I'm not dissing anybody, nobody at all. I totally respect and adore everybody. But just for my personal self, I didn't feel right, doing both. So in my thoughts, it's like I can still have those feelings, I just don't act on them. Like, you can want to murder somebody, but you don't. Therefore, you're not technically like a murderer. But so I just keep those thoughts and feelings in myself, or to myself. And so what happened was because it just really was, the guilt was so not worth the good parts weren't worth the guilt. The guilt was just really bad. And, I knew what it was. It's not like, you can go to church and be like, well, I'll believe in this part, but I don't want to believe in this. Like, if you are a Christian and believe in the Bible, you have to take it all. You can't just pick and choose what parts you like. It's like when you're dating someone, or when you're going to marry somebody, you get the whole package. You can't be like, well, I want to date him, but I don't want to be his girlfriend when he's cranky, or, when he gets off work and he smells weird and he's upset, or, I love him, but I don't really want to ever like his family, or, you take the whole package or none. You can't pick and choose what you like about somebody, and you can't pick and choose what you like about your faith. And there are parts I certainly, wish were different, but they're not, and that's what it is. It is what it is. It's the truth, and I'm not, going to pick my faith to pieces and only accept what I like. That's not okay in my opinion. But so I chose not to date any girls. I chose not to act on my feelings. People, I make them aware of bleh. I tell them the truth. I'm like, I like girls and boys, but I won't act on something I don't feel in my heart is right. So, it doesn't change how I feel. I still really, really like girls. I just won't act on it. And so then my senior year, when Aaron and I broke it off and then stopped all contact, because it was a really unclear breakup. It was, we broke up and then we'd get back together for 2 days, or, just stuff like that. So then I had a big life-changing thing happen to me. I got in trouble for shoplifting with my brother when we were in Disney World, and with my younger brother, and it broke my mother's heart, because that's her favorite place in the world, and we were just being stupid, and we completely ruined that vacation for her and stuff, and we shattered her trust in us. So then I decided that I needed to only keep in my life what was important: my family, my faith, and all that stuff. So I decided not to date. If I couldn't be with, the people I'd wanted to, I just stopped dating. And then a few months later, I met Caleb. And it was like the answer to my prayer that I never made. I wasn't looking for somebody. I was focusing on my studies, on rebuilding the trust and relationship with my mom and my dad, just trying to get my family back to how awesome it was before that whole thing happened. So, but yeah, and then we met, and I told him, I was like, I'm not putting out anything. You keep your hands to yourself, because I don't have sex before marriage with boys. Yeah, awkward. But anyway, that was the deal. And then we were friends for a long time. I didn't know he liked me. I didn't, because he was stupid about showing it. Like, he would, pick on me. Like, he was 5. Like, he sat behind me in class, and he'd, push my desk out to the middle of the classroom while the teacher was giving a lecture, and she'd be like, what are you doing? And I'd be like, I'm sorry, it's not me, it's the mean kid behind me. And then it turned out he liked me. And then graduation, I kissed him, and then he went off to boot camp, which was stupid. I don't like Marines. But anyway, that was just how my life went. Yes, I like girls. like Yvette Suicide, if anybody's ever seen her, she's super hot. Clemence Posey is super duper hot. Eliza Dushku, they're just delicious. And there's this girl who works at the IHOP in my town that I just want to clear a table and take her there. But I don't. Just because I don't know if anybody's ever felt guilty about something, like after you lied to a best friend and then you just feel so guilty until you tell the truth or something. But that guilt was awful, and I chose to live guilt-free. You know, I would rather have no relationship and no guilt than a relationship with guilt. So it was the right choice for me. I'm not saying it's the right choice for anybody else, but lots of people have been asking about that, questioning about it, and so I just wanted to, you know, tell you all the truth and what was going on and where I stand. So you can comment about it, message me. I know lots of you are going to have opinions, like I'm not being true to myself, I'm not being right. You know, yell at me if you want, but I won't respond to ones like that, because I did what's right for me. And nobody knows you better than yourself. So I did what I knew was right for me, and it got me an adorable husband and a house in the South, and it got me a horse, and it got me a trip to Spain, and it got me a really snuggly guy to sleep next to every night, and kitties, and a bunny. So, I mean, me choosing this was definitely the right choice for me. I'm happy, no regrets. I'm 100% totally thrilled with my choice. But my choice may not be what's right for other people. And so I'm not pushing religion on you, my opinions on you. You know, I'm not saying don't be gay, don't be straight, don't be a lesbian, don't be blah, 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 or do be this, do be that. You know, I'm not saying that to anyone. Everybody, their own opinion, their own lives, and you know what's best for you. So, but yeah, that's me. That's just me. Simply me. So, yeah, I hope this cleared a lot up for people. Just, if you have any questions about my choices or even something going on in your life, totally feel free to message me. I feel like, you know, I have some good advice to give on things like this because, you know, I've been through it all. So, just, talk to me. Questions, comments, just whatever. You always know where to find me. So, I love you all, and I will talk to you later. Thank you for listening. Bye.